Why are people going 36 hours without any fucking power? It doesn't make sense. Don't just leave people without, because there's people literally freezing to death. I mean, so the other day, I posted a video of me brazing the coal to go out into my apartment complex and take pictures of random stuff from the freeze. It was really cold and the wind chill didn't really help anything, but this was before things got like really bad. It started getting darker and then it started getting colder, and before you knew it, it went from just little snow flurries to being a full-blown snowstorm by nightfall. That was about 2 days ago now, and since then, over 206,000 people have been left without power. Some of those people have been left without power for over 36 hours. There is absolutely no possible way you could justify this to me, and it really is heartbreaking to see so many people suffer, whereas people like me have been so fortunate not to experience as much of the same problems as they have. Is this combined with the gross inaction of the people in charge that prompted me to make this video? So if you go to Twitter, one of the first things you see is Austin energy trending, and you already know that that's not going to be a very good thing. Look at this right here. Since ERCOT announced its intentions to bring back power to the millions without, 500,000 more Texas and 4,000 more Austin energy consumers has lost light and heat, now up to 4.64 million and 219,000 respectively. Why are people going so long without? Okay, let me show y'all the announcement, because they had announced, so sometime yesterday morning they announced that there was supposed to be like rolling blackouts or something like that, and they're supposed to be rotating every 40 minutes. So why are people going 36 hours without any fucking power? It doesn't make sense. If you're going to rotate, then fucking rotate it. Don't just leave people without, because there's people literally freezing to death. I mean, look here we go. This is a whole thread. Hold on, let's look at this thread. Why are we not rotating outages? Funny you should ask. All circuits that do not have pre-identified critical load are a part of the emergency outages. We can't drop any additional load on other circuits to go and rotate through whatever with more weather on the way. This literally doesn't make any sense, because there's literally parts of the city. I don't want to make this conversation, but I have no fucking choice. There's literally like the rich areas, Westlake Hills, Steiner Ranch. Actually, I live nearby Steiner Ranch, which probably explains why I haven't had as much power outage issues as other people. They still have all their, I was literally just reading a tweet early this morning that was talking about like how like the rich people are just turning off their pool heaters to save energy and stuff like that for like an hour or so. You're turning off your fucking pool heater for only an hour to save energy. Do you really think that's gonna have any? That's like the most privileged statement I've ever heard before in my entire life. People are starving and freezing. Give us back our electricity, or at least attempt to rotate. I understand that this is an unprecedented weather event here in Texas. This is literally, we've never experienced anything like this before. We knew that this weather was gonna happen a week ago. Why wasn't there any sort of preparation beforehand so that whenever the time came, we would be better prepared to help the people that we knew were gonna be affected by these outages? It just doesn't make any sense. Let's see here. Mayor Adler. Oh, this is the mayor of Austin. Oh, this should be good. So many cold, without power, people in danger, everybody frustrated, including me. The Electric Reliability Council of Texas, ERCOT. By the way, that is the stupidest fucking name I've ever heard before in my life. Y'all gotta fix that. If you do not have power, your home is still the safest place to be. Bundle up and keep warm if you're unable to stay warm in your house. But there shouldn't be any reason why people should just have to bundle up. People should have. Also, the whole thing with the warming centers. How do they expect people to get to them? It's called inclement weather for a reason. Everything is shutting down for a reason. We can't drive on the roads. They're unsafe. There's a 133 car pileup in Dallas last week. What? How do you possibly expect for people to actually safely get to these warming centers? You just can't. HEB is freaking trending. Why is HEB trending? Ran out of food, so I walked to HEB. Didn't think I'd have to wait in line too. BRB, get it. How long is this line? You can't really tell all that much. I don't really know. But this looks like the side of the building right here. What about this next picture? You can't. It literally wraps all the way. It's like freaking 20 degrees outside. Why are people being forced to? Now, I understand people need food and all this other stuff, but people should not be having to, first of all, walk to HEB. And this looks like it's a 2-hour long line at least. Why are people having to wait 2 hours in line to get the basic needs that they need just to survive something like this? It shouldn't be happening. There has to be a better way to suit the people who need the help. Let's go to Facebook. Am I even logged on Facebook here? Oh, I am. Let's go. Look at these roads, dude. Unbelievable. Look at how much that car is shaking. You know that person doesn't have any traction, and you still expect people to get to warming centers, bro? Please. I'm so frustrated about these power outages and how they are supposed to be rationed across the state. I am currently stuck in San Antonio with Gray, and we have not have more 5 minutes of power at a time. This is not enough time to cook a warm meal or two. Literally, y'all, my girlfriend and her family, they're in Round Rock and they're stuck there. They haven't had power since like yesterday morning. They've literally been having to drive to the closest gas station just to warm stuff up. Do you see the problem now? Am I just blind? Are these not working? Hold on. Let's look at pictures of downtown Austin during the freeze. Why look at that. This is literally the first thing that came up. Why downtown Austin has power while neighboring areas remain in the dark. Let's find out, because I really freaking want to know. Austin has millions of texts. You see, look at this. Look at this picture. Look at this picture. This is downtown Austin over here. Look at just the spots of places that don't have power. It just make sense. As of Tuesday morning, Austin Energy said the state is still not allowing it to restore power to 42% of the city because of grid stability concerns. 42% of the city. Let's see here. What is the population of Austin? Austin has a population of 950,000 people. 950,000 people. When was this taken? This was in 2019, so it's probably well over 1 million by now. So you're telling me that approximately 400,000 people are without power right now. I know this video turned out to be much more of a rant than me actually providing any empirical data, but we need to fix this. I mean, I don't know how. I think possibly if we had like solar panels all over the place, maybe that would help. That's expensive as shit. I don't know, but I feel like something's got to give, because obviously whatever means we're using to fuel our society right now is not working, and this is proof. If you're one of the hundreds of thousands of people who's being affected by this right now, please know that you have all of the prayers in the world. God, I wish there was something more I could do. Austin City government, you got to do better. State of Texas government, you got to do better. This is just not okay. Look at this freaking guy, Greg Abbott. I bet you he has power.